everyone and welcome back to The Sims Scene. So in today's video I'm going to be making a Breaking Bad house. Now Breaking Bad was the first thing that I watched on Netflix. It's the first thing that I was obsessed with on Netflix many years ago, back in 2014 at the tender age of 21. I think I was 21 in 2017. I definitely started watching it then, so I must have been. I've recently been playing House Flipper again. I don't know if you've noticed on my Instagram and stuff, I've got House Flipper in the bio. But I don't know if I'm going to be playing on House Flipper. Moral of the story is, on House Flipper, I redid the Breaking Bad house because it was one of the houses that was on there. I thought to myself, now that I've memorised it all, I could go back to reference pictures, make sure it's all like the same. When I was watching other people do the House Flipper videos, some of the comments were saying that some of the rooms weren't identical. So I did a bit more research and tried to make the house as accurate as possible. The only room that I'm absolutely not certain on is the laundry room, because I don't even know what that's for. I think it's a cupboard. And Walter White Jr.'s room. So yeah, I did forget a bush. I also forgot to put a pizza on the roof, so I'm going to do that when I add it onto the gallery, which you'll be able to find it. I'll put everything in the description anyway. But yes, so I wanted to just pop on here and have a bit of a chit chat about the show. I've done a bit of research just to make it a bit of a different video as opposed to me commentating what I'm saying, building even, because I don't have the laptop in front of me and I can't really tell. But yeah, around the same time as this video I will be releasing a cast video as well, because obviously when I was doing the after shots, which you'll see at the end of the video, I created the cast. Apart from Holly, I didn't make Holly because I can't really remember it as a child. I can just remember it as a baby personally, because it was 2014. So yeah, some of the little facts, let's get into it. Right, so Walter White was actually based on a real person. I'm going to try not to mention the D word or the M word or the CM word. So Walter White was actually a successful, or at the time, businessman in the M industry. He had his own M brand and it was very thriving. He wasn't a maths teacher, he didn't have any illnesses. Oh, he wasn't a teacher in general, not maths, I don't know why I said maths. But he was in the same industry as the Walter White you see on TV. So back in 2013, I believe, he was caught and imprisoned for 12 years for doing the dealings that the guy did in the show, basically. To my surprise, I didn't actually realise this, but there's actually been 4 cases, very similar cases, brought to light since the whole show came about, that have been like some people who have had the same illness as Walter had, and who are actually chemistry teachers, who are maths teachers, all who deal within the same industry as Mr. White himself, the virtual one, not the real one. Well, I suppose both of them. So altogether there've actually been 5 reported cases. On another note from that, the nickname Heisenberg is actually inspired by a 20th century German physician called Werner Heisenberg. I've just attempted that sentence about 50 million times, so you're gonna have to deal with it. So the house that I'm currently building right now is actually a real life family home. Shortly after releasing the episode where Walter throws his pizza on the roof, people actually drove past attempting to throw pizza on the roof of this house. Obviously you can imagine the owners weren't too happy about this, so they had to build a big fence around the house. So yeah, people still drive by today. Wouldn't advise it because it is still somebody's home. So when they originally aired the show after season 1, Jesse Pinkman was actually supposed to be written off the show after the first season, but thank God he didn't, personally. When filming episode 2 of the second season, Tuco actually managed to knock him out. Like, actually, like, they had to call an ambulance and everything. I think they were like part of the fight scene just got a bit too far out of hand, and yeah. Okay, so this one really shocked me and I don't know how I'm gonna say it. So basically, right, a certain department of the police or something along those lines in America, you all know what they're called, I don't want to say it, I don't know what's allowed on here. They actually taught Aaron Paul and Bryan Cranston how to do a certain recipe, like the real deal. But obviously, well, they didn't show them how to do it, they told them how to do it in great length, which, well, that's what I've heard. In the show, you will notice, if you know how the real recipe works, that it's not actually the real recipe, because obviously they're not that stupid, they're not actually going to go out and let people make this stuff. Then my last little fact of the day for you is that Walter Jr.'s website that he made for his dad, SaveWalterWhite.com, is actually still running. I'll leave a link somewhere, you can go check it out. It did actually have a PayPal at the bottom which used to operate to a charity, but I did hover over that and it takes you to the ABC website, I think it's called, or something like that, whichever the company that made it. I should have done my research really, sorry about that. So the term Heisenberg was there, and aside from that, the term Heisenberg was actually inspired by a 20th and aside from that, the term Heisenberg was actually inspired by a 20th century physician who was German called Werner Heisenberg. So in the show, Walter's nickname is Heisenberg. That is a oh my god, Emma. So in the show, Walter White's nickname is Heisenberg. As we all know, what we didn't know, or what I didn't know, is that this is actually inspired by a So what I didn't know is that this is actually inspired by a German 20th century physician, or on another note from that, the nickname Heisenberg actually refers to a physician.
How do I feel about being a member of the Information Society? That's a difficult question because I didn't know we were in the Information Society.
So guys, that is about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the build. Leave me some suggestions on what you'd like to see next. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video that's coming up. I've got something exciting planned and it's going to be a tricky one. But yeah, thank you for watching. Bye!